High school girl with long dark hair and bangs that cover most of her face. She's always seen with a sketchbook in hand, and she's often sitting on an old wooden bench beneath a large sakura tree in the courtyard of her school. That's where we find her again today. It's springtime, and the entire school is buzzing with energy. The cherry blossoms have appeared, and everyone seems to be out here enjoying them. Our girl, however, remains seated on the bench. She continues to sketch the falling petals in her book while occasionally glancing up at the tree. This goes on for a few minutes before she decides to stand up. She puts her things away and walks off to class, leaving the now empty bench beneath the sakura tree. After school, she returns to the courtyard and the bench. For a moment, it seems like nothing has changed. But then a new figure appears. It's a guy who looks about her age. He's got messy light brown hair and gentle-looking eyes that are hidden behind a pair of headphones. He walks over to the bench and asks if it's all right if he sits beside her. She looks up, startled, but simply nods and returns to her drawing. He puts his headphones back on and leans against the trunk of the sakura tree. From where she sits, she can see the faint pink blush on his cheeks, the slight rise and fall of his chest as he listens to his music, and the way the setting sun paints the petals that fall around him. For a moment, they sit in comfortable silence, and when she glances up, she finds herself smiling. Days turn into weeks, and every afternoon, they meet beneath the sakura tree. He always sits beside her without a word. She always brings a new page to draw on. Neither of them ever seem to run out of things to say. Yet somehow their conversations never go beyond small talk. They don't discuss their hopes or dreams. They don't open up about their past. But despite this, something seems to grow between them, a feeling of warmth and comfort, maybe even a kind of unspoken understanding. There's a certain rhythm to their days. The familiar melody of birds chirping, the soft rustle of the wind through the leaves, and the gentle lapping of water from the nearby fountain. It's a peaceful melody, one that she finds herself humming along to as she watches the petals dance around them. One particularly nice afternoon, he takes off one of his headphones and hands it to her. Hesitantly, she puts it on and leans against the tree. As she listens to the music, she steals small glances at him. His eyes are closed, head tilted slightly upwards, a soft smile gracing his lips. It almost feels wrong to break the silence, so she doesn't. But after a while, she can't help but ask, "What's your favorite song?" His eyes open and he turns to look at her. For a moment, they stay locked in each other's gaze. Then he looks away, a faint blush creeping onto his cheeks. Well, actually, he begins, reaching for his phone, but stops when he notices the sketchbook in her hands. "Oh, right," he chuckles nervously, scratching the back of his head. "I guess it doesn't matter anymore, huh?" He looks back at her, a soft smile returning to his lips. "Yeah," she replies, unable to tear her eyes away from his. And so, their afternoons continue like this. Every day brings a new melody to listen to, a new face to draw, a deeper silence to share. It's a strange kind of friendship, one that she can't help but cherish. Yet it's not all sunshine and laughter. Sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate and rain pours down, forcing them to seek shelter under the nearby pagoda. Other times, the sky weeps bittersweet tears of farewell as they watch the petals fall for the last time that season. When that happens, the air grows heavy with unspoken words and emotions. She knows she should say something, but the words stick in her throat. So she simply tightens her grip on his hand, willing him to understand the turmoil in her heart. And somehow he does, because he squeezes her hand back and she finds solace in the silent promise in his touch. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and the seasons change once more. The crisp autumn air gives way to the gentle caress of winter, blanketing the world in soft white snow. The sakura tree stands bare, its branches reaching towards the sky like gnarled fingers. Beneath its canopy, Yuki sits on the old wooden bench. Her fingers trace the lines of her sketchbook, but she finds it hard to focus. Her heart aches with a strange emptiness, a longing for the warmth of the sun and the sound of laughter. Where is he? Has he forgotten about their special place? Disappointment and loneliness threaten to consume her, but she refuses to let them win. Instead, she closes her sketchbook, stands up, and walks towards the school building. Maybe she should ask someone, she thinks, but who? What would she even say? Lost in thought, she bumps into someone and drops her things. Papers scatter across the floor, ink smudges, pencils roll away. She looks up to apologize, but freezes when she sees who she's bumped into. It's him, Haru. He's even more handsome than she remembers, with his soft features and gentle eyes. But there's a hint of sadness around them now, a weariness that wasn't there before. Haru, she stammers, her voice barely a whisper. He looks down at her, surprise flickering across his face before being replaced by a soft smile. Yuki, he says, his voice as warm as the summer sun. I was looking for you. Relief washes over her, chasing away the loneliness and fear that had been clinging to her like shadows. Me too, she whispers, reaching out to take his hand. They walk together in comfortable silence, their footsteps crunching on the fallen leaves. The air is crisp, carrying the scent of wood smoke and fallen leaves. It's been so long since they've seen each other, yet it feels like no time has passed at all. As they approach the old wooden bench beneath the sakura tree, Yuki's heart skips a beat. The bench is empty, no sign of him. Would he come here only to leave again? Was she just imagining things? Doubts and fears threaten to overwhelm her, but she pushes them away. She won't let them win. Instead, she turns to Haru, determination in her eyes. She reaches for his hand, intertwining their fingers. Let's go home, she says softly. He looks down at their clasped hands, a gentle smile gracing his lips. All right, he whispers, squeezing her hand reassuringly. As the weeks pass, the snow melts away, leaving behind a world washed clean and sparkling in the sunlight. The sakura tree begins to stir, its branches reaching towards the sky, like young arms eager to embrace the warmth. The first tentative blooms appear, painting the tree in soft hues of pink. Once again, the air grows thick with unspoken words and emotions, and when the petals begin to fall, she knows it's time. Taking a deep breath, she turns to him, her heart pounding in her chest. This is it, she thinks. Now or never. She reaches for his hand, her fingers tracing the familiar lines of his palm. Haru, she whispers, her voice trembling slightly. He looks down at her, his eyes filled with warmth and understanding. And in that moment, everything changes. Years go by, and the sakura tree continues to bloom year after year. And beneath its canopy, Yuki and Haru's love story unfolds like the petals of a cherry blossom. It's a tale whispered on the wind, carried on the petals and etched in the rings of the ancient tree. Some people are like seasons, she thinks. They always return if your heart remembers. Thanks for watching. See you next time.